Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the topic cell structure and functions. So firstly the question arises, what is cell? The cell is the basic structural and functional unit of the living organism which make up the complex living structures. Now you will be curious to know who discovered cell. So the Robert Hooke in 1665 discovered the cell. He observed the slices of cork under a simple magnifying device. What is a cork? Cork is a part of the bark of a tree. So now we will be learning that the organisms are classified on the basis of cell number, shape and size. So the classification of the organism on the basis of this number are categorized into two types, that is multicellular organisms and unicellular organisms. Multicellular organisms are those organisms which have more than one cell. For example, we humans, plants and animals. And unicellular organisms are those organisms which have one cell. For example, amoeba and paramecium. Now moving on to the further classification of the organism on the basis of shape of cells, there are nerve cells, muscle cells and RBCs. RBCs are round shaped, nerve cells are elongated and long, whereas muscle cells are spherical shaped. Now you will be amazed to know that amoeba, you might be thinking that how amoeba moves and take its food. So amoeba has a special projection called pseudopodia. Pseudo means false and podia means feet, and the change in shape is due to the formation of pseudopodia, which facilitates movement and helping capturing food. Now we will be discussing about the classification of organism on the basis of size of cells. So the smallest cell is 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer, that is present in a bacteria named Mycoplasma, which is also known as PPLO. And the largest cell measuring 170 mm into 130 mm is the egg of an ostrich. After that we will be knowing that how does an organism form. So the group of cells form tissues, and the groups of tissues form organs, and the groups of organs form organs system, and the groups of organ system forms an organism. Like this way an organism is formed. Now we will be discussing the parts of the cell. So the basic components of the cell are cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. So the cytoplasm and nucleus are enclosed within the cell membrane. What is cell membrane? Cell membrane is the outer membrane of the cell. Cell membrane is the outer membrane of this cell which separates one cell from another. And cell membrane is also known as plasma membrane. Cell membrane is also known as plasma membrane. Now we will be knowing that what is cytoplasm. What is cytoplasm? So the jelly-like substance between the nucleus and the cell membrane is called as cytoplasm. Now what is nucleus? The central dense round body in the center is called as nucleus. Now, have you wondered how does the plants stay at a place at the high speed winds and at the harsh climate also? Because of the cell wall. Cell wall is the additional layer surrounding the cell membrane that is required for the plants for protection. Protection against what? Protection against variation in temperatures, high wind speed, atmospheric pressure. Now, what is inside the cytoplasm? There are many organelles present inside. So what organelles are present inside the cytoplasm? So these are mitochondria, Golgi bodies, ribosomes. Now we will be understanding about what structure of nucleus. So we have read that nucleus was the central dense round body in the center is called nucleus. So likewise the cell have the outer membrane known as cell membrane. So like this wise nucleus is separated from the cytoplasm by a membrane called the nuclear membrane. This membrane is also porous and allows the movement of materials between the cytoplasm and inside of the nucleus. Now we will discuss about the structure of nucleus. So the spherical body in the nucleus is called as nucleolus. The spherical body present inside the nucleus is nucleolus. And now the thread-like structure present inside the nucleus is called as chromosomes. Now these chromosomes carries genes. What is genes? Genes is a unit of inheritance or transfer of characters from the parents to offspring. Genes is the unit of inheritance in the living organism which helps to transfer the characters from the parents to the offspring. Now we will be learning about what organisms are called as prokaryotes animals and what organisms are called as eukaryotes. So the organisms having the prokaryotic cells are called as prokaryotes, and organisms having eukaryotic cells are called as eukaryotes. Which animals have prokaryotic cells? The cells having nuclear material without nuclear membrane are termed as prokaryotic cells. The cells, ऐसा cells having nuclear material without nuclear membrane, that are called as prokaryotic cells. And eukaryotic cells are those cells which have the nucleus with a nuclear membrane, that are called as eukaryotic cells. All organisms other than bacteria and blue-green algae are called eukaryotics, whereas prokaryotics organisms are bacteria and blue-green algae. After moving forward to plastids, what are plastids? Plastids are the green colored plastids are called as chloroplasts. Green colored plastids are called chloroplasts. And the green pigment, have you ever seen green pigment present on the leaf? That is what? That is chlorophyll, and that chlorophyll is present inside the chloroplast. Now we will be learning some differences between the plant cell and animal cell. So first difference between the plant cell and animal cell is that plant cell is having the cell wall, whereas animal cell is not having the cell wall. Second difference is that plant cell is having a big vacuole, whereas animal cell is having small vacuoles. And plant cell, nucleus is at one side, not at center, whereas mostly animal cell nucleus is found at the center. So thank you everyone for seeing my video.